Good day, everyone, fellow Africans, and those who are not in the African continent. It be America, Canada, Switzerland, Australia, and the likes. Our next family meeting would be on Monday evening at 7 p.m. Central African time. We will continue with our conversation, and unfortunately, this time around, I am not going to announce who the guest will be. For simple reasons, victimization and threats. I've gotten some of those myself throughout the last 2 weeks. So our family meeting will commence at 7 p.m. on Monday, and we will continue with our conversation. However, this will be a different guest who will equally give a testimony on what they have experienced in terms of cults, especially in South Africa. This particular individual also has an incredible story to tell. And I think it's one story you do not want to miss. So I suggest you set your alarms for 7 p.m. Central African time on Monday. I know you're still in the weekend, you want to still enjoy your weekend and you want to have the peace of mind. So this is just an announcement to let you know that our family meetings will still continue as planned. But to protect the guest, I will not announce who it will be, because as you have seen, a lot of people are not happy. They're very uncomfortable. And it's safe to say they have the right to be uncomfortable, because the topics that I talk about are not easy to swallow. So our next family meeting, fellow Africans and fellow South Africans, will be on Monday, 7 p.m. Central African time. Do set your reminders. While you're still at it, tomorrow morning, which happens to be Sunday, I'm going to be on African News early in the morning at 7:30 a.m. So please set your reminders for that as well. And then on the 25th of November, I'm going to have a short documentary on Soweto TV. I'll announce the time for its release on Tuesday evening. So it's a very busy week. But the most important thing is the conversations that we have. And I hope you're learning from these conversations and you're sharing them, because the young people of Africa need someone who will impart some kind of knowledge. This is a fight for all of us, for generations to come. These conversations will not be easy. And yes, I know I saw your comments on my last live that some of you felt that I was a bit too harsh on the guest. As a matter of fact, I was not harsh at all. I was trying to get to the bottom of the truth. Yes, it may seem that I'm harsh sometimes, but it is important to also realize that I speak to my guests beforehand and their comfortability comes first. Henceforth, I will not announce who's going to be the next guest on Monday, because I don't want you guys to bombard them with questions on social media and harassment and possible death threats before the actual live. And I'm also quite aware that a lot of people are using my content for YouTube channels. Please be polite enough to send me an email and request to use the lives, because they do belong to me. They form part of my intellectual property. So my email address is info@jackiephamotse.com. So fellow South Africans and fellow Africans, our family meetings, rather the conversations that I've been having for the last 3 weeks, will continue on Monday. So do set your reminders. And I urge you to listen carefully and not judge our guests, because their story is equally as important as yours. Whether you agree with us or not, that's your prerogative. But I hope you learn from these conversations and they stay in your head, so that when you see such things happening in your environment, you're well aware and you are sensitized. So enjoy your weekend. I'll be back on Monday for our regular programming, as it may seem. I do assure you it's going to be a very interesting conversation, one that you do not want to miss. But the intention of these conversations is always to educate and give insight. I'm doing my research. I'm speaking to people. And the conversations that I'm having with people in the background are very interesting. But going back to the intention, we are not speaking about real issues enough. We're not honest enough to talk about our experiences. And I do understand why people don't feel comfortable talking about these things. And I also do understand why other people will feel offended. But for those of you who are making a mockery out of what we're saying, shame on you. And honestly speaking, one day you will realize the importance of these conversations. I just hope it won't be too late for you, or your sibling, or your mother, or your friend. Because these are real life issues that we all need to deal with at some point in time. So, on Monday, we'll continue with our Insta Live conversations, 7 p.m. Central African Time. Set your reminders or click on the notification button in my Instagram so that you're alerted when the live happens. But remember, I have spoken about this before. I have written about it before. These conversations just don't come up from nowhere. If you've read The Hockey Club, you would know what I'm talking about, or you'll be familiar with this topic. If you read Ego, you'll understand my passion towards my activism. There's a lot of things that are in those books that are paramount and priceless. Things that one live cannot explain. I do encourage you to read them, to share them. Friends, family, mother, father, whoever you feel is in great need of the books. Once again, I would like to thank you for your support, your encouragement, your prayers, the affirmations that you sent me of a protected life. I am reading all your DMs and comments. However, I will not entertain any other negative commentary. Otherwise, I owe it to all of you to continue with these lives, to continue with these groundbreaking conversations. I hope they bring you peace, they bring you healing, they bring you clarity. And you also understand the things that are happening in your world if you were not aware. There's so much that's happening. It's either you choose to learn, you choose to see them, or you choose to choose a different life. It's always your choice. I'll not speak ill of anyone. I'll not even mention names. But you know what's in front of you is absolutely not real. A lot of people are just feeding you what they want to feed you. But it's free information. You will learn. Maybe you will not. And maybe you will oppose my opinions. But thank you for your support nevertheless. I'll see you on Monday at 7 p.m. Have a great weekend and God bless.